Sup my dudes, Valkyrja, and today I want to talk to you about how newer units feel weaker, or at least they are more niche, etc., and why I think that is. Basically, just imagine Aloy is Ganyu, because as you guys know, I've skipped Ganyu every single time, and you would have probably the four strongest DPS in the game. Xiao's up for debate, because I know a lot of people are talking Ito versus Xiao, but in my opinion, I think Xiao's a little bit stronger. That's just me. Everyone's gonna be like, Valk, you don't know because you haven't used your Arataki Ito. Da 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 da. I have a very strong Arataki Ito. Trust me. Look, 70, 256, Red Horn. I even only level 80 Red Horn, but still his attack doesn't matter because his defense gets converted into attack. You can see I put the C1 on him, very strong, 999 across the board. Is he going to be as strong as my Xiao? No, my Xiao's obviously C6, so that could be a reason. But in the end, I am very aware of the differences, but I still think Xiao overall is the better DPS because Xiao has giant AoE. Granted, AoE is not that valuable right now, but now I'm digressing. I want to talk about why more units coming out are more and more niche. For example, let me bring up the character archive so you guys get the understanding. Yae Miko, she is purely for Electro. In my opinion, Yae Miko only really shines in maybe a Taser comp, but mostly Mono Electro. Shinha is for Mono Cryo. Arataki Ito needs Mono Geo. You get the idea. There's more and more units coming out that are more and more niche like that are just really good inside their niche. And I feel like the reason MiHoYo did that, or at least in my opinion, the reason that they did that, is purely because then the units that I have right now in my party, like I said, imagine once again that Aloy is Ganyu, but the units that I have in my party, if I had Ganyu, Hu Tao, Ayaka, Xiao, are just too strong. They're just too good genuinely for everything with the game. They're, as far as DPS goes, you can kind of stick them in whatever team you want. You can run elemental reactions. You can run Vape Melt Hu Tao, but you can also just run Mono Pyro Hu Tao. My good buddy Final Flame, I'm sure most of you know who he is if you watch my channel. You know, Wang Xing Funeral Parlor, if that rings a bell. He has cleared Abyss many times over using Mono Pyro, using only Pyro, because Hu Tao is just genuinely that strong. Ayaka is incredibly hard-hitting, Xiao is incredibly hard-hitting, and then if this was Ganyu's incredibly hard-hitting as well. And then of course you have Eula on top of it, but Eula was never dependent on a team, she's physical, she's the most Unga Boonga you can get in this game. But as far as it goes, units are becoming more and more niche because I feel like MiHoYo kind of put themselves in a hole. Because I mentioned it before on a video before that MiHoYo wants to keep this game very casual. And if they make the units very, very strong and very powerful in comparison to the enemies have to rank up or get stronger in comparison. They have to all get stronger. Basically, if they make stronger units, they have to make stronger enemies. Because right now, we already blast every piece of content in the game. What's the point of a stronger unit, right? So instead, what they're doing is they're kind of niching themselves up so they can still get people excited for new units because they will help specific units hit really, really hard. For example, Shinha with Ganyu or Ayaka. They will help specific units hit incredibly hard, but they all fall into niches. Or for example, whenever you have Yae Miko paired with Raiden Shogun and Sara, etc. With Kazuha, you can have a very strong team that way. But that's just an example, right? Or you have, for example, Ito with Garo, with Yunjin. Well, actually, I don't think you need Yunjin on that one. But Ito, Garo, Albedo, Zhongli, you have a very strong team there that's just constantly bopping stuff and hitting really, really hard with geo damage. They want you to niche more. They want you to basically have more very specific teams rather than have these broad DPS that fit into a lot of teams. Because I feel like it lets them, you know, kind of very slowly push the limits on what a specific element can do without releasing these really, really strong broad DPS. Now, that being said, once Ayato drops, we are about 2 weeks from learning what the new DPS or new unit's going to do. And if their DPS that just blows all the other DPS out the water, then everything I'm saying is absolutely false. But from everything I've seen so far, it seems like MiHoYo are starting to niche units, and that's why new units feel a lot weaker. Anyways, that's just my take on the subject. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. And somebody brought this up in a comment on the last video with Klee, and I felt like it was actually a good discussion to be had. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know why you guys think the newer units feel weaker and why you think they're niching the units. Let me know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.